Hey guys, how are you all doing today? My name's the Jolly Joker, and this is a reading for Capricorn. You could be Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or maybe someone in your life is showing these characteristics to you. And we just got a card falling out, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to continue shuffle. I hope you're doing good, Capricorn, and that you find whatever you are looking for in this reading. And remember that if you like it, you can always show it by leaving a like and subscribing at the end. So here's your cards, Capricorn. Let's see them. We have Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Star, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and Knight of Swords. So I'm actually seeing a lot of achievements right here. And not only that, but also surrounded by your family. Recently, you might have moved into a new house, or maybe you achieved something you were looking for. Could be the dream of a family. Maybe it means a straight up family, mom, dad, maybe a new child. But it could mean friends or just people that you love and you are joyous with. And all of this winning comes from your work and from knowing that you're the one wearing the pants and paying a lot of attention to yourself and following the signs. And the reward that you're getting comes at the right time. So, what I'm seeing here is like a combination of you saving up your money correctly, you working very hard, and also being really smart and making the correct choices. And like everything from the right side of the cards, we can see that they're like showing a big reward, but something tells me that your story is not complete yet and that there's still going to be more things in the process. And when I was looking at the first cards, I was thinking, this looks really great, and I'm wondering why this person even wants a tarot reading. But then I can see the Knight of Swords, and I'm thinking, like, I'm just here to tell you to keep going pretty much. And the energy right here tells me that you've done the work already. Because the Wheel of Fortune shows us that we make everything turn pretty much according to how our insides turn. So it's like in the past, maybe you weren't so smart about reaching your goals, but now it seems like you've done the commitment and you've done the work. And that's why I'm getting a lot of celebration and also family coming through. And not only that, but maybe in the future you will see a wedding or something like that because the Four of Wands is the wedding card. And I'm seeing a lot of fire and air in this reading, but we have the Star right here. And I feel like this card is all about connecting with nature and with yourself and also connecting to your feelings. And I just always get hypnotized by this card when I look at the at how the water is pouring out of the vases. And this card also talks about how things have a certain timing and sometimes you want them to happen so much earlier than when it's supposed to happen. And I feel like the message here is also about understanding that things have certain timings to them, but it all starts with you changing from the inside and like making those little changes to feel good and kind of match whatever your higher self is telling you. And I'm talking about this because I know that most of you are already into improving yourselves and you're aware that there's a higher version of you that exists that kind of will always nudge you in the correct direction. So it's always good to think about that because I know that many of us right here listening to this can definitely see what things in our daily life we have to polish. And sometimes it might be controlling your thoughts because they can make you sick. Like you could be the healthiest person in the world, but if you're thinking about the wrong things, then you can become physically sick. There doesn't have to be anything happening in front of you to make you feel bad. Like it could all be in your head. And then the other side of that is like when you're directing your thoughts and actions into something positive and not into something negative. An example could be like you're really good at finding information about other people. So sometimes that might mean that you stalk someone and you find out a lot of things about them. But you could also point that energy to finding out things about someone or something in particular that you like and then making a YouTube video or taking notes on it and learning or stuff like that, you know? So it's like when you use the mind's attention, it's like a pointed tool and you can pretty much point it to whatever you want and you could always point it towards the outside. But I feel like when you point it towards the inside and just like really check yourself, it's useful because then you can really see what things you like and what's about you and kind of grow and learn to be alone but not feel lonely. And I'm getting like a big main character energy right here because we have the star. And I'm also getting like big winner vibes. I don't mean to say that you have money or anything like that, but you definitely have felt praised, or I'm getting the energy that you do want to feel appreciated by other people. But it's important to not forget that it all comes from you. Like, you could have the best people in the world telling you the sweetest things, but if you don't believe them and if you truly don't think that about yourself, then it doesn't matter. Because the moment they're gone, then you're alone with your thoughts again. So I feel like it's good to talk to yourself and really acknowledge yourself for what you've done so far. And know that even if you went broke or you lost your job or stuff like that, or you lost something that you really valued, could even be a person, you can always make it all back, but you gotta believe in yourself. And you gotta know that no matter if you don't have money and you don't have a fancy car or whatever, that doesn't matter. Like, what truly matters is how much you love yourself and how much you value yourself and how much you actually know deep down in the inside that you're important and that you do have a mission in this world and that you're good, you know, that like you feel good about yourself and you've done things that thanks to your effort you have gotten to where you are. So it's always good to feel that acknowledgement and that warmth because if you don't feel it, then all of the money in the world is not gonna work out for you. Okay, and before I go, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Knight of Swords. I feel like he's on an ultimate mission. You can see that he's very aggressive and charging. It's good to know that if there comes an opportunity or a moment where something happens and you're allowed to express your mind and express yourself, You should take it and be expressive, but also be smart, okay? Don't be saying anything. Like, think and don't say whatever. Know what you have to say and make sure to use that opportunity to speak up because it's going to make a difference, even though you might think it doesn't. With the Star and the Ace of Swords, we do have a bunch of cards that are telling me that certain cycles are coming to an end and that some opportunities might show up for you. So be smart about what you say, and also know that this card's not only here to tell you that, it's here to say that if you can dream it, then you can do it. I feel like it's important to have a vision because if you don't, then life will kind of drag you around. But if you always have that vision and you have a clear understanding of the things you enjoy doing and the things that you do not enjoy, then it's more easy to bring them into the 3D. Okay? This goes for normal jobs that you may want to get on the day to day, but it also works for your long term projects and plans. Like, even if you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend right now, or you don't have the big house of your dreams, it's always positive to envision it because it's going to lead you in the way. And maybe you are going to have to go through certain stages and trials, but in the end, you are going to get there. But if you don't have a vision at all, then where are you going? Okay? So make sure to direct your attention into the positive things because you are amazing and you're a hard worker and you're also the star. I hope this reading was accurate. If it was, leave a like, comment, and sub, and I'll see you on the next sign, guys. Remember that you can also check your moon or other signs, and you can also check the titles to see if anything calls to your attention. I'll see you. Bye bye.